Holding the presidency of the G20, Indonesia's president, Joko Widodo, has positioned himself at the center of global events. After meeting with leaders of the G7 last week, he undertook shuttle diplomacy between the combatants in the Ukraine war, seeing for himself the destruction in the town of Irpin outside the capital, Kyiv.
It's very sad that a lot of houses and infrastructure are broken. We hope no other Ukraine cities will be ravaged because of the war.
Then to Moscow for talks with Russian President Vladimir Putin. As a leading force in the so-called non-aligned movement of nations, Indonesia believes it could act as a bridge between the two sides.
Participation in G20 summit meeting will be a very valuable opportunity for the Russian government to address its own position to the rest of the world, and which is not only advantageous to Putin government of Russia, but it may be quite conducive to all warring party in the Ukraine crisis.
Russia's Foreign Minister Sergey Lavrov is due to hold bilateral meetings with some of his counterparts, but significantly not with US Secretary of State Antony Blinken. The last time the two met was in a tense encounter in January, when Lavrov gave his assurance Russia had no plans to invade Ukraine, a month before it did just that. The G20 came into being in part to deal with the fallout from economic crises that the G7 couldn't handle on its own, especially in recent times. This gathering takes place as the world is now facing the perfect storm of global challenges. The Ukraine war threatens a worldwide food crisis, and Indonesia, like many countries, is heavily reliant on grain from the region. The war is also helping push up energy costs that are driving inflation. Added to that, ongoing tensions in the Indo-Pacific, with China increasingly confronting its neighbors and NATO at its last meeting promising to push back. In this idyllic island setting, the world is looking for solutions to some nightmarish scenarios, with any signs of progress being welcome right now. Rob McBride, Al Jazeera, Bali.